The good thing with the party room is that you'll have a choice of at least 3 super skills. Now for me, if I got like Mav or Cammy, I wouldn't take it, and I would go, I would go for broke. So I would go for either King Tiger or Kai super skill. What I want to talk about is how I made the best, I kid you not, the best first base in the game in the global server as of now. I have accomplished that mission. Very proud of that feat, to be perfectly honest with you. But here's how I accomplished it. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy John and Do, and I'm coming back at you with another Baseball Superstars 2021 video, my boys. They haven't updated us to 2022 for Baseball Superstars yet, so we still back in 2021 until we get updated to 2022, my boys. We're finna be getting some content going, some streams going this week as well, my boys. So I'll actually be streaming tomorrow. That is January 27th. Time will be announced later on the channel. I will be streaming tomorrow. We'll do some runs, whether you guys want to do some forest delves, whether you guys want to do some summoner wars. What I want to talk about is how I made the best, I kid you not, the best first base in the game in the global server as of now. I have accomplished that mission. Very proud of that feat, to be perfectly honest with you. But here's how I accomplished it. Luck, my boys. Really, seriously, I hit a 5-stack when I did this run. I kid you not, a 5-stack almost worth 3,000 freaking strength. It was crazy, my boys. That right there basically secured the run. Then I, had to make sure I did a couple of other good trainings as well where I boosted that. I just had some really good luck. If we look at the stats, he's like perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
The other stats add up almost identically to the actual main stat of the strength. So we're talking about 24k stats here. Perfectly balanced. Like just a really good character with the King Tiger super skill as well. But this run was amazing, my boys. In order to do this run, my boys, I used a Tarot and a scheduled table. And that's how I accomplished this run. I didn't even get all skills. If we look over to the skills and see, I didn't get all skills. He's got 99 skills. Did get a max selectors, but he doesn't have all the actual first base skills that could have been achieved and gave him the best possible skill rating. So there was still some meat left on the bone, but I mean, how many 5-stacks are you really gonna get? Okay, so when running first base, for me, what worked for me was using the Tarot and the reschedule. One of the things I did as well is for the super skill, I only focused on 2 super skills, to be perfectly honest with you. If we actually look at the deck, you'll see that you have Kai and King Tiger have really wonderful super skills. I wasn't going to take anybody else. Like in this deck, you can use a party room, so you can choose your 3 people to pick. So who I would pick would be Kai, King Tiger, and then I'll either choose Mav or Cammy, not really caring who, because I wasn't going to take theirs anyway. I only was going to take Kai's or King Tiger's super skill because they add the most stats, and I'll explain. Hey, looking at costumes, if you see Britra costume, it doesn't add much on your super skill. Look, her base, if you had no costume for Britra, is 582 on the super skill. With the costume, it's 638. My boys, that is weak. That's weak. Britra's super skill is weak. It's whack. Don't take it. You almost get a better super skill with Cammy and Mav. So don't take Britra's super skill no matter what. Make sure you buy that mood condition item for when you're running your first base, just in case she gives you dismissed on her event. That way you don't take a mood down. King Tiger has the best super skill in the game, at 893 stats. So we talk about basically 900 stats his ad once you activate it. Then also it's home run up and catch. Great super skill, my boys. This is the one that you should aim for. Now his events suck once you do get them, but that's what Taurite is there for. If you do get it, try to burn all your Taurites and just use all the events at once if you're low on stamina. That way, you know, it doesn't even cost stamina for the events because you're already low. The other super skill you can aim for as well is Kai's. Kai's is not as great as King Tiger's super skill, but at the same time, at least you don't have all those stamina down events. But it's still a great super skill at plus 748 stats. Back control and move speed is not as good as that home run up from the King Tiger, but it's still a decent super skill to have. Now, if you ask me who I'm going to take, I'm going to try to take King Tigers every time, but at the same time, you're not going to always get that lucky. When running first base, I also made this guy as well, who's a slither, and I mean one slither away from M. He just didn't want to be M, I guess. But when making first base, you do need some luck. You need some triples. You know, if you get a quad with 2 triples, you're gonna make M if everything else goes right. So you definitely want that. If we look at his stats, you know, it's 10,000. Like I said, he's a slither. I mean, like a slither away from M. In my heart, he's M, but you know, the game didn't technically give him M. But when making your first base, you gotta get some triples, my boys, you know, so you have to hope that these guys land and give you some triples that you can boost. You need those triples when you got your, basically after week 5, when you got your rapport and you got fight room. If you get that, you get some triples, then you're going to make M. But you're definitely going to need that late in-game strength push. That's where the tables come into hand. If I didn't have schedule table, I definitely would have not made my M1 first base. Because I had got some crap trainings, I used tables, and I turned one of my singles into a triple. Turned another, where it was nothing, into a double. You know, I can't remember what happened with the third one, but yeah, you do, the tables help, and sometimes they are really great. Sometimes you don't even need them because the run is just that good. But in my case, to get the M1 or even to get this triple R5 here, the tables came in handy for me. But you are going to need a lot of luck, as we know with this game. So I wouldn't say that my run was skill based. I would say that it was very highly luck based with very little skill coming into play. But I hope you guys can learn a little bit from this video about getting lucky. And I hope you guys, I just wish that y'all have success in running y'all first base as well. Meta deck is very good for first base. This is why I invested my support stones into my first base first. The meta deck for first base is the best and easiest deck to possibly get an M to me. Because there's so much gold there. Like Loki adds so much freaking gold where you can buy party room. You don't have to worry about buying items. You don't have to worry about buying lectors. Like, even after the run, you'll end up with, you know, depending on how the run goes, anywhere from 2 to 5,000 gold, maybe even more after even buying everything. So if you're going to invest and possibly wanting to get an M, use your support stones here first for first base. You know, get your cores on your first base nice and good as well. I don't have all super boosted cores for my first base. Probably about 60% of my cores for first base is super boosted. I know Kai has super boosted cores. King Tiger only has 2. Loki and Britcher don't have any super boosted cores. But Mav and Cammy have all super boosted cores as well. So about 60% of those cores are super boosted. And I was able to make the best first base in the game with this deck. I want you guys to challenge me on that. I want to see somebody else out there beat this first base. Make a better first base. M2 is possible for first base. I need one of you guys to go out there and get it. Alright, my boys. That's going to be it for today's video. Once again, I will be streaming tomorrow. Catch your boy live. Whatever y'all want to make, we can go and make that, my boys. Y'all have a good one. Make sure y'all stay safe out there. Peace.